Take note, bro.
So this is me arriving in Haines, Alaska. After a few days on the ferry, here we are. So we're already at Beach Roadhouse. Spectacular views of Haines, Alaska. Truly glorious. This is the way to Chilkoot Lake. Everything I ride by over here is like this. Glorious. I was thinking this morning about the importance, now that I'm away from my family, and even though all my kids are grown up, I was thinking about the importance of the use of words. If you say to one child, "You're super smart," and another child listens, they will automatically think that perhaps they are not. You say to one child, "You're really fast at such and such a race." Perhaps the other child will feel excluded. And so you have to be really, really careful in my mind. And this lesson has borne me well during the course of raising 6 kids. Making sure that I'm even across the board, because literally, well, in the world, one word can change history. So it is in the family. You have to be super careful. And if you think that the family is what makes you happy, then this is perhaps, as they say, your treasure is where your heart is. If this is what you treasure, then evidently you have to take care of it. That's an eagle flying there. Let's see if we can see it as it crosses our path over here. And there it is, a bald eagle. So again, this is what I look at as I drive by in these places. It's pretty majestic. So getting back to the family topic, and about what you should say and what you shouldn't say, consistency in this issue is absolutely critical. No has to be no for the same set of circumstances and activities, always. But dialogue is important, so they have to understand, kids have to understand why the no. But they can't argue endlessly, because in life, when they don't have a parental relationship and rather they have a business relationship, they have to be able to persuade relatively quickly. You cannot argue and argue and argue without suffering the consequences. Parenting, if you cherish your family, is also about letting, kind of like the eagle we just saw, letting your kids move out of their danger zone, or rather out of their comfort zone into the danger zone, letting your kids make mistakes, not supervising everything. Of course, this is a challenge now that everybody has a cell phone, and that the inclination or temptation is to always have your kids under supervision. I got myself into loads of trouble when I was a youngster survived, thrived, learned, gathered a bunch of experience. And I see kids nowadays a little lack in these areas. So it behooves the parent to let their child experiment, fail, and thus learn without meddling excessively, just a closer supervision. The other thing that's, I think, vitally important is parenting in the real world as opposed to using an iPad or a cell phone to parent for you. Ooh, the loads of trouble you can get into by messing with the attention spans of your kids, which even by design weren't meant to sit around attentive for hours and hours on end, as happens in the regular school system. But messing with that even further, it hinders their capacity to concentrate over long periods of time, to focus. It's a big issue. Kids that cannot focus and that think that life and death is kind of as it happens in a video game. This is not the case. So here we are, Chilkoot Lake State Recreation Site. Let's take a look. See what we have. No stopping except in pullouts. Now this is pretty for sure. Holy moly. Fishing is like life, and particularly fly fishing. It has to do with equipping yourself properly, knowing your surroundings, your context, paying attention carefully to detail, having impeccable timing, having patience, trying, and trying again. After all of these careful things, and sometimes in conditions that are quite harsh, quite cold, quite wet, if you're doing this in open ocean, perhaps very uncomfortable. So after trying again, perfecting your technique, failing many times, you catch fish and are able to feed yourself or entertain yourself, as the case may be. And the more you practice this, the better evidently you become, the more successful you are. Such is life. Life is like fishing. You try, equip yourself, iterate, improve. Talk to people that know more than you do. So this is like mentorship or consultancy. And before you know it, perhaps you begin to serve as well as a mentor, as a consultant. So the lesson here, of course, is to practice, to go deep. Not just on the surface, not give up on your first, second, 10th, 15th, 100th time, but actually attempt becoming an expert. And once that has happened, you will begin to reap the rewards. You will begin to have success after success. Take note, bro. So we're leaving, what's it called? Beach Roadhouse. To go to have a little bit of dinner, in theory, lunch dinner, which should be really nice. I guess the custom of using bear spray is not still fully within my purview, but I'll try to get it going for the next one. Maybe I'll buy some with a holster. Oh Chloe, look at this beauty. Haines, Alaska. Ah, it's a beauty, the beauty, the beauty, the beauty.
Hey, take note, bro.